Fellow citizens, today I speak to you with clarity and conviction. Our natural resources belong to the people, not to criminal networks, not to foreign exploiters, and certainly not to those who dig in the shadows, leaving behind destruction and poverty. For too long, illegal gold mining has robbed our nation not only of billions in lost revenue, but of the very dignity of our land. Forests have been destroyed, rivers polluted, and communities torn apart by trafficking, violence, and exploitation. That era is coming to an end. We are deploying defense and security forces, backed by intelligence units, to shut down criminal syndicates, seize illegal equipment, and bring order to our mining zones. It is a fight for justice to protect honest workers, ensure fair trade, and redirect the wealth of our land back to our people. Under our leadership, a national operation is now underway to dismantle illegal gold mining sites across the country. Let me be clear, this is not a war against miners. We are working to formalize the artisanal mining sector, provide training, and build local refining facilities. No more raw gold smuggled out, no more middlemen stealing from our future. Refuse to be used by those who profit from chaos. Burkina Faso's gold must benefit. First, our schools, our hospitals, our roads, our future generations. To the youth, the miners, and local leaders, join us in this effort. Report illegal operations. Together we will protect our land, reclaim our gold, and secure a future where Burkina Faso's riches serve the people, not the powerful. Long live the people, long live our sovereignty, long live Burkina Faso.
Welcome to African Addict, your trusted source for the latest news stories and developments from across the African continent. From breaking headlines to inspiring achievements, political updates to cultural moments, we bring you the facts, the voices, and the impact that shape Africa today. Stay informed, stay connected, and join the conversation. This is African Addict, where Africa comes first. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for daily updates. Disclaimer: the content shared on African Addict is for informational and educational purposes only. While we strive for accuracy and fairness in our news reporting, we do not make any warranties about the completeness, reliability, or accuracy of the information presented. Opinions expressed in our videos do not necessarily reflect the views of the channel. Viewers are encouraged to verify details independently and form their own conclusions.
Good evening, viewers. In a bold and sweeping move, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has launched a nationwide crackdown on illegal gold mining operations, a long-standing issue that has drained Burkina Faso's resources, harmed the environment, and fueled insecurity in many regions. The operation, led by the country's defense and security forces, aims to dismantle unauthorized mining sites, seize smuggled equipment, and bring justice to those exploiting the nation's natural wealth outside the law. Authorities say many of these sites have been linked to criminal groups and illicit trafficking networks, operations that have not only evaded taxes but also endangered lives. President Traoré has made it clear, Burkina Faso's gold must benefit the Burkinabe people, not foreign profiteers or underground syndicates. This crackdown is part of a larger national effort to regulate the mining sector, formalize artisanal mining, and ensure that gold revenues are reinvested into schools, hospitals, and infrastructure, not smuggled across borders or funding armed groups. The government is also working to create legal pathways for small-scale miners, offering them training, tools, and support to operate within the law, a strategy aimed at protecting both the environment and the livelihoods of local communities. As the crackdown continues, the message from Ouagadougou is clear: Burkina Faso's resources are not for sale. They belong to the people and the people alone.
Ibrahim Traoré, the young charismatic military leader of Burkina Faso, is making bold moves to transform his country and its economy. One of his most significant and shocking actions was his decision to evict over 20,000 illegal gold miners from a major gold mining site in the country. This move was not only unprecedented, but also a masterstroke that has put him in the good books of the citizens. In this video, we delve deep into the reasons behind this eviction, the impact it had on the local population, and the wider implications for the country's future. Before we get into the meat of the story, let's look at some facts about gold mining in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is one of the largest gold producers in Africa, with a fast-growing industry that has attracted many multinational companies. The operation was conducted in two phases. The first phase involved the arrest of several illegal miners and the seizure of their equipment. In the second phase, the remaining miners were given an ultimatum to leave or face arrest. First, he is a strong leader who is not afraid to make tough decisions. Second, He is a charismatic leader who enjoys the support of the people. For example, many of the miners who were evicted are believed to be from neighboring Mali, where poverty rates are already high. Second, it could generate more revenue for the government through the collection of taxes and royalties from legal mining operations. Third, it could create more jobs for Burkinabés in the mining sector, since local workers are often employed in processing gold. And fourth, it could reduce the incidence of other crimes such as drug trafficking and human trafficking, which are often linked to illegal mining activities. By evicting them, Burkina Faso could be contributing to the problem of illegal migration in the region. In a stunning display of power and authority, Ibrahim Traoré, the military leader of Burkina Faso, has ordered the arrest of over 20,000 illegal gold miners. The miners were working in the country's gold-rich west, where they had set up thousands of huts and were engaged in illegal mining activities. Illegal mining has been a major problem in Burkina Faso for many years, and it has led to the loss of millions of dollars in revenue for the government. It has also resulted in the destruction of the environment and the displacement of local communities. Traoré has vowed to crack down on illegal mining and has promised to protect the environment and the rights of local communities. However, some have criticized the move as being too harsh on the miners who are mostly poor and uneducated. Nevertheless, the government has stood firm on its decision and has vowed to continue its crackdown on illegal mining in the country. According to reports, the miners were living in appalling conditions and were exposed to dangerous levels of mercury. Many of them were also suffering from malaria and other tropical diseases. Additionally, the loss of income from illegal mining could have a negative impact on the local economy. Some residents of the area supported the move, while others criticized it as being too harsh. However, Traoré went ahead with the operation despite the criticism, and the arrests began immediately. They were deployed in large numbers to the gold-rich west of the country where the miners were operating. They have also said that the government is committed to fighting against illegal mining and that no one will be spared if they are caught engaging in the activity. The government has also announced plans to introduce new measures to prevent illegal mining in the country. These measures include the introduction of a new mining code, the establishment of a national mining agency, and the strengthening of law enforcement agencies. The operation was conducted in several phases and lasted for several days. The miners were arrested in large numbers and were taken to various police stations and prisons across the country. The miners were arrested in large numbers and were charged with illegal mining and other related offenses. They were also accused of causing environmental damage through their activities. However, these concerns have been offset by the potential benefits of cracking down on illegal mining. Third, he is a reform-minded leader who wants to change the way things are done in Burkina Faso. Fourth, he is a decisive leader who wastes no time in implementing his agenda, and his willingness to take on powerful interests to protect the sovereignty of his country. As he continues to implement his agenda, it will be important to monitor the social and economic impact of his policies, particularly on the poorest and most vulnerable members of society. If he can continue to balance the need for stability and security with the need for social and economic justice, then he may well be able to transform Burkina Faso into a more prosperous and equitable country for all of its citizens. And fifth, he is a bold leader who is willing to take risks to achieve his goals. But one thing is for sure, his decision to crack down on illegal gold mining has already made him a hero to many of his people. Despite the massive number of people involved, the operation was carried out peacefully without any reports of violence or casualties. Do you think it was the right thing to do? Why or why not? Let us know in the comments below. We'd also appreciate it if you could take a moment to like and share this video if you found it informative and thought-provoking. It sends a strong message to illegal miners that their activities will no longer be tolerated in Burkina Faso. It also sends a message to foreign investors that Traoré is committed to creating a stable and secure environment for them. Additionally, it shows that Traoré is willing to take on powerful interests, both domestic and foreign, to protect the sovereignty of his country. Traoré has promised to fight against corruption and insecurity, two major problems that have plagued the country for years. Some have praised him for taking a bold stance against illegal mining and protecting the environment. Others have criticized him for not doing enough to protect the rights of the miners, many of whom are young and unemployed men who are looking for ways to make money. However, The majority of the population supports his efforts to fight against corruption and insecurity. His decision to evict the illegal gold miners was part of his efforts to tackle these problems. Despite the potential benefits, the industry has been plagued by illegal activities, including smuggling, money laundering, and human trafficking. The government has been trying to crack down on these activities for years, but it has been a difficult task. Enter Ibrahim Traoré, the current president of Burkina Faso, who came to power in a coup d'état in September 2022. But why were these miners there in the first place? The illegal gold miners in Burkina Faso are mostly young men who come from neighboring countries such as Mali and Ghana. First, he wanted to protect the environment from the harmful effects of illegal mining. Second, he wanted to ensure that the country's gold resources are exploited legally and sustainably. Third, he wanted to crack down on other criminal activities that were taking place in the mining areas, such as drug trafficking and human trafficking. And fourth, he wanted to send a strong message to both locals and foreigners that he was serious about fighting against corruption and insecurity. They are attracted to the country because of the high demand for gold and the weak law enforcement. These miners work in dangerous conditions and often use mercury to extract the gold, which has serious health consequences for them and the environment. Why did Traoré decide to evict them? Traoré's decision to evict the illegal miners was motivated by several factors. How did he go about the eviction? The eviction was carried out by members of the Presidential Security Regiment under the supervision of the National Police. What was the reaction of the public? The reaction of the public to Traoré's decision has been mixed. What does this say about Traoré's leadership style? This dramatic eviction highlights several aspects of Trauré's leadership style. What are the wider implications of this move? The implications of this move are far-reaching. Some experts have argued that the eviction could have negative social and economic consequences for the area. First, it could help to protect the environment from the harmful effects of mercury poisoning and deforestation. What next for Burkina Faso? Traoré's decision to crack down on illegal gold mining is a sign of his commitment to reform. Time will tell whether Traoré's gamble pays off and whether he can bring lasting stability and prosperity to Burkina Faso. We'd like to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think about Traoré's decision to crack down on illegal gold mining? 20,000 illegal gold miners arrested in Burkina Faso. Traoré's decision to crack down on the illegal miners was met with mixed reactions. The operation was part of a wider effort by Traoré to stamp out illegal mining in the country. The operation to arrest the illegal miners was carried out by members of the Burkinabe Army and police force. The government has said that the arrested miners will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The government's decision to crack down on illegal mining has been welcomed by many as a positive step towards protecting the environment and the economy of the country. The future of gold mining in Burkina Faso remains uncertain as the government continues to grapple with how to balance the need for revenue with the need to protect the environment and the rights of local communities. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
Thank you for watching African Addict, your home for reliable African news and stories that matter. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest from across the continent. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a headline. Until next time, stay informed, stay inspired. This is African Addict, bringing Africa closer to you.